Okay, so the chat's open. Welcome guys, welcome. Give me a few moments, I'll get it kicked off, I'll get it started. Give me a few moments, please. Yeah. Up and going on YouTube now. Okay. Yep. Connection looking good. Okay, so I know you guys can hear me on TikTok. How about you guys on YouTube? Right? Can you hear me? Send a chat, send a chat, let me know you can hear me on YouTube. Fire chat straight away, let me know you can hear me, guys. There might be some delays probably. Might check 1, 2. Alright, I'm just gonna keep talking until someone says they can't hear me. So yeah, we're gonna keep the ball going. We're gonna kick the ball rolling. So today we're gonna talk. Oh yeah, you can hear me. Alright, good. So today we're gonna talk about a few things. And it's all surrounding Arsenal. And once again, I'm gonna be looking 2 separate screens, one for TikTok, one for YouTube. So we're gonna talk about a few different things, and I want to hear you guys' opinion. I want to hear you guys' take on what's been going on. So far we see a lot of good news and bad news, and depends how you look at it, right? Because I was saying that certain things I see was a bad news in terms of with Edu. I was thinking Edu thing was a bad news. Yesterday to last night, I was very, skeptical about what's going to happen with our future. Because I see that we're going down a path, and I didn't like the path that we were going down. So I was a bit scared, to be honest, in terms of what this means for the club. But then, after mulling over it, I'm starting to come to a different conclusion in terms of what this could potentially mean. And Edu going that is. And we're going to get into a few of that today. We're going to get into that. But I'm going to start with some news. I'm going to cover some news first before I get into certain things. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is that Arsenal beat Manchester City to the signing of 15-year-old Coran Thompson by offering him a full scholarship as well as a 1.1 million fee to West Ham. First of all, let's stop there. First of all, we've beaten Man City. We beat Man City to the signing of a youth player. Now, this is a recurring thing in terms of, I've seen recently that Arsenal is becoming that team. Arsenal is becoming that team to beat City, to be beaten Real Madrid, to be beaten, because I forgot what player it was. There was another young player that we signed above Real Madrid and Barcelona. So we're becoming that team. Even William Saliba, Real Madrid came in for William Saliba, I think last season or the season before, he stayed. Now, I'm going to talk about William Saliba, just a hint. I'm going to talk a bit about William Saliba in a minute. But Real Madrid came for him, and so some of the youngsters that we've been getting, and we've poached one of the technical directors or one of the coaching, the guys, scouting recruitment. We've poached one of Real Madrid guys, and this is a guy from Brazil as well, so he knows the Brazilian market. So I'm hoping to see someone or some players from the Brazilian market very, very soon. And Edu's going, and I thought that Edu was the one that brought in this guy. I was saying that if Edu goes, then this is going to be a downhill task. But so far, it looks like we're still progressing in terms of the transfer, in terms of the academy, because I showed you last season, if you was a watcher of my channel from last season, I've showed that, listen, Arsenal said that they're going to prioritize the academy. They're going to spend lots of money on the academy to build up the academy. And for years, we've seen Chelsea's got one of the best academy in the country. And then City came, and then these two clubs have 2 of the best academies in the country. Now, Arsenal, as a big club that's always producing great young talent, we need to get back to the forefront of that pack. So we see that It goes down to say that Chelsea and Spurs were also interested, but Arsenal won the race for the talented youngster who has been likened to Real Madrid star Jude Bellingham. It's another example of how Arsenal have put more money into their academy over the past year. And this is from Isan Khan. Now, once again, this is showing me the projection or the trajectory of Arsenal. This is showing me that we mean business. We mean business, guys. You know what I mean? And I'm happy. I'm excited because, as I said, that now more than ever, we need some good news. Edu leaving, we need some good news. And guess what? We've got our skipper back as well. We've got our captain back. So now more than ever, we need some good news, man. And I'm liking it. It's coming in. It's coming in. It's always exciting. Listen, I've never seen this guy play. Let me preface that. I've never seen him play. It could be garbage. It could be absolutely rubbish. However, I can't see him be rubbish. If City try to get him, City don't try to get rubbish players. If Spurs, Chelsea trying to get him, these guys don't get rubbish players. So I know that he's up for certain caliber. I know that he's up for certain quality. So this is a good thing. This is only a good sign for the club to see that we've beat the likes of these clubs to the signing, especially Real Madrid. I want to highlight that, especially Real Madrid. It's not about Chelsea. It's not about Spurs. We always beat these guys to certain players, but it's the fact that we beat Real Madrid, and we know that Real Madrid is one of the biggest club in the world in terms of stature, in terms of history. Real Madrid, and we're going head to head with these guys for young players, and they're actually choosing to come to the Arsenal. And we're not even in the full flow of things in terms of winning major trophies. We're not even there yet. So imagine when we're there. Imagine the pool that we will have as a club. Imagine the pool that we will have as a community. Oh, man, I'm excited. So I'm going to get into the next news. And the next one, this is his picture. Once again, if you're on YouTube, you get to see his picture. But if you're on TikTok, you won't be able to. So he looks like a cool kid. He looks calm. He looks ready. He looks like a Salah player. Yeah. He looks cool and calm. Yeah, I like it. I'm not even been checking. Let me check if there's any comments, guys. Okay. People just joining in on TikTok. Alright. Nah, that's big. People, I'm not even keeping up. Sorry, guys, on TikTok. I'm not even keeping up if anyone's posting. Big people joining. I'm not even checking the comments. But yeah, man, bear with me because I've never done this before. 2 stream at once, man. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I'm checking the comments, see if you guys, I don't want to miss anything anyone has to say. So yeah, man, just leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about what I've been saying about these players that we've been signing, especially this young guy. Let me know what your thoughts on him. Now we're gonna get into the next news. So the next one, Mohamed Kudus. Now, Arsenal are hiring Mohamed Kudus as a 90 million replacement for Leandro Trossard, who's targeted to El Etihad. Now, I don't know who's for this transfer. I don't know who's against this transfer, but I, for one, I'm for this transfer. Now, I appreciate Leandro Trossard. Don't get me wrong. Let me start it there. Because when you start on a negative note, people misunderstand what you're trying to say. Like, the whole context of this conversation changes if you start on a negative note in some people's mind. So let me start on the positive. I love Leandro Trossard. I adore Leandro Trossard. He's been a very good, capable player for the Arsenal. Now, I don't want to lose him either. But if it's the chance of getting rid of Trossard for Kudus, I'm sorry, Trossard. I love you. You're a very good player, but Mohamed Kudus, we need someone like him. I've been saying this for we got linked with him in the summer of last year or the summer of the year before. I've been saying that we need Kudus. We need a quality player like this. I wanted Williams on one side and Kudus on the other side. That's what I wanted. But we didn't get any. We didn't get any of these. And I understand what Arteta was doing. Is like he's waiting for Williams. He's waiting for Williams to come true. He's waiting for Williams to choose the Arsenal. I get that. I understand. He's waiting for a top quality winger to come through. And sometimes you have to, I don't know if it's the money. I don't know what the issue is, but sometimes you have to just spend the money. If it's the money, sometimes you have to spend. Stop watching the potential loss or profit margins. Sometimes you just have to spend because we're in a position right now where Saka was injured, and if we're the quality cover like Kudus or someone that's given Saka some good challenge in terms of first team opportunities, then we would be in a better position than what we are when Saka was out. Because when Saka was out, we missed him. It's the same thing with Ødegaard now. Ødegaard is out. We miss him. Now, I know that when Ethan Nwaneri is coming through, and I believe that Arteta should have been giving him more opportunities in the team. But even so, I don't believe that Nwaneri... listen, everyone knows that I'm a big fan of Ethan Nwaneri. I'm a massive fan of Ethan. But sometimes when I see him in that match against Newcastle, sometimes I see that he's not up to full scratch. Once again, I can't really blame Ethan only because everyone was off their game. So I'm not criticizing Ethan, but Ødegaard would be that player that could, do you know what I mean? Like as the captain, as the skipper, he could be the one that could orchestrate certain things. But now getting linked with Kudos, I would want to keep Trossard. But if he does want to stay, let him go, let him leave. If he doesn't want to stay, and I understand if he doesn't want to stay because I keep saying that it's the same thing with when you take a look at Jesus left Man City because he didn't want to be third string. He didn't want to be second string. It's the same thing with Zinchenko. So I believe that Zinchenko might leave this the end of the season because he's behind Jurriën Timber, he's behind Calafiori, he's behind Tomiyasu, and personally for me, it would be behind Miles Lewis-Kelly, right? So potentially Zinchenko is going to leave, and it's not I don't want Zinchenko to leave. I would have wanted to see Zinchenko in that midfield role. That's what I wanted to see him in, but I don't believe we're going to get that this season. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with that, because Zinchenko is the type of person that on his day is brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. His passes, his vision, his technique, his ability overall is magnificent. But most of the times, it's like he gives away too much opportunities. He gives away too much chances to the opposition. And we can't really have a player like that in our team right now. In our first team, I should say right now, when we're fighting against Man City, when we're fighting against Liverpool. Because these guys don't have these things. The cities don't have players like that. That's not reliable, right? This is why they got rid of certain players. Even Cancelo. For me, Cancelo was a very good player, but yet still got rid of Cancelo. So, and they're the one that got rid of Zinchenko and Jesus. So, for me, I want Kudus. I really, really want Kudus. I want this guy on the right, and I want Williams to come in on the left, right? And if that means Trossard is going to go to Al Ittihad, I don't mind. To be honest, I don't mind. That's the price I'm willing to pay to get these guys at the club, because we need quality. We need some quality players right now. So in the next one, which is a news that will have us not feeling good, a news that will have some of us heartache, right? Just the thought of thinking about this is the fact that PSG have reportedly made a 95 million euro bid for William Saliba. PSG has made a 95 million bid euro for William Saliba. Now, William Saliba, as I said, that he rejected the opportunity of joining Real Madrid, and he came out and said that, listen, it was not in his mind. It was never in his mind to leave Arsenal. And that's only a good sign for me. I love players that shows their loyalty and verbal about it as well. I don't like it when things comes out, like, you know, stories come out and then you're thinking, you're wondering, are they going to leave? Are they going to stay? I like players that are committed to the club. I like players who confess and admit that, listen, someone's trying to get me, but I'm not going. I love the club where I am. I love where I am. I love the manager. I love the fans. I love the stadium. I love everything about the club. I love players like these. Like, you know where their heads at. You're not wondering. You're not guessing. So William Saliba is getting poached. He's trying to get poached by Real Madrid, and I know Real Madrid is going to come back again. So Real Madrid is getting William Saliba is getting poached by Real Madrid, is getting poached by PSG now. And this is what I was saying yesterday in the video I made yesterday, that who is next? We see that Edu is going. That could potentially spiral out of control for us in terms of everyone starting to want to leave now because Edu left. And that's the mindset I had yesterday. As I said, I woke up with a different mindset. And I'm going to get into why I say I woke up with a different mindset. But yesterday I was ultra negative in the fact of what could this potentially mean for the players that's there right now, the staff that's there right now. Are they going to want to leave? That was in my mind. So in the next news, big news. Arsenal have identified Alexander Isak as their top transfer target. 1 second, guys. Yeah, Arsenal has identified as their top transfer target, although Newcastle would demand a fee of about £100 million. £100 million. Now, for me, find that. Arsenal, find that. You know what I mean? Find that. You need to find it. Stan Kroenke, find that. You need to find that, because Isak right now is, for me, one of the best players in the world. Strikers, I should say. One of the best strikers in the world right now. And you could tell that he was going to be there. You could tell. Based off how he was playing for his even just for his country. You could tell that this guy's going to be nuts. Oh, he was playing for Sociedad. Oh, listen, man. Isak is amazing. And the fact that Newcastle would charge 100 million for him, for me, that's justified. That's justified, because I see what's his name that plays for Aston Villa. I keep forgetting what's that guy's name? Watkins. We get linked with Watkins, and for me, Isak is a better. I would rate Isak better than how I rate. I would rate Isak more than how I rate Watkins, because Watkins is a good finisher. Don't get me wrong. He's a person that gets in behind, right? He plays on the edge of the defense. He plays on the shoulders of the defense. But Isak can do that and more. Isak can play on the shoulders of the defense. This guy can come and collect the ball. This guy can do everything, and this is why I rate Isak. Finally, a real striker. Yeah, man. Gunners 11. Finally, a real striker. Indeed, Isak, for me, if we get Isak, I see that we can win major honours, like straight off the bat, because don't get me wrong, I keep saying that I rate Havertz, I rate him to the ground, right? Since Havertz came in, he's been splendid, he's been amazing, he's been brilliant. Whatever word you can find to describe Havertz, he's been that and more, because of how most fans have had a negative mindset when Havertz was coming in. Because everyone was saying that he flopped at Chelsea, he's going to flop again. But he came to Arsenal and he turned it around. He turned around most Arsenal fans' opinion about him. And that's a big deal, because Arsenal fans, I'm sorry to say, Arsenal fans sometimes, we're a bit, you know what I mean? We're a bit negative sometimes. We're a bit territorial sometimes. So for a player like Havertz to come around and change our mindset, well, most of us anyways, that's a big deal. That's something to be credited for. Yeah, because even me, when I heard about him, I was second guessing it. I wasn't overcritical like some Arsenal fans, cursing Arteta, cursing Edu, and cursing the board. I was saying that let's wait and see. I was that type of fan that is saying that let's wait and see what happens. Hopefully he can do something great. Hopefully the manager and even Edu and they'll be justified in their decision in bringing him in. I will see that Havertz has done well, but Isak now is a different caliber. Isak is a different animal. Is a different species. Isak, for me, as I said, if he comes to Arsenal, he's going to start. He has to start. Now, once again, I'm not disrespecting. Big up Navino. Big up for them roses. Once again, I'm not disrespecting Havertz. But you have to understand quality player when you see quality player. You have to admit when you see quality player. And Isak is that. Isak is an amazing player. So I'm happy the fact that we're getting linked with Isak and it's not even transfer window. That's a good sign. That's a very good sign. On to the next news. In the next news, in the opposite direction, would you know we have Newcastle have set their sights and Gabriel Jesus as a potential replacement for Isak. Now, all these news coming out at the same time. We're getting linked with Isak and then Gabriel Jesus is getting linked with Newcastle. Swapsies, anyone get swapsies? I'm ready for it. I'm all ready for them swapsies. Let's swap them. Swap Jesus for Isak. That's a good deal. Listen, Newcastle, that's a big deal. Listen, take that, Newcastle. I take that. Because Gabriel J, don't get me wrong, I rate Gabriel J. In my last video, I expressed my desire of wanting to keep Gabriel J. But if it's in a battle to keep Gabriel J or to get Isak, I'm choosing Isak all day long, because we need a finisher. I respect the way Gabriel Jesus play. I respect how he plays. However, I personally think Arsenal needs a finisher more than any other thing right now. Decent swap. Yeah, it's a decent swap indeed, Gunners 11. Gunners 11, I'm saying it's a decent swap on YouTube. So, it's a decent swap indeed, because I would rate him, as I said that. Isak, for me, you got Gyökeres, you got Sesko, you got Isak, you got Holland. Yeah? Who else you got top strikers in the world right now? I'm struggling to think right now. Let me know, you guys. Let me know, who would you say some of the top strikers in the world right now? Because for me, those four Yeah, those four are key right now. Vlahovic, I wouldn't say Vlahovic. Vlahovic has dropped off immensely. So I'll say Sesko. I'll say Gyökeres. I'll say Haaland. Yeah. For me, world class. Those are the potential world class players right now. I can't really be looking at Harry Kane has, I think, is done his time. So yeah, there's not much out there. And Isak for me is one of those guys that they're at the forefront. They're at the forefront of that, leading the charge as one of the best strikers in the world right now. So Gabriel J, I'm sorry mate, but if it's a thing to choose you or Isak, I'm choosing Isak all day. And if we could get Isak and Gabriel Jesus stay, that's a result for us. That's a result, because once again, Jesus could be that squad player. But I know that Jesus' pride is too big to be a squad player for Arsenal. I think his pride is too much. If he didn't want to be a squad player for Man City, he's not going to want to do that for Arsenal. That's what I think anyways. On to the next one. Now, let me know what you guys think about this. Legend Emmanuel Petit reiterates that Arsenal should sign Paul Pogba. Honestly, Arsenal should gamble on signing Paul Pogba. He will give everything on the pitch. It will take him a few weeks to get fully fit, but he will be so eager to wash his name. There is a motivation that is priceless to the manager. To a manager like Mikel Arteta, Pogba fits the Arsenal midfield perfectly. He's tall, strong, and very creative. We all know how good a happy Pogba is, and happy, I think you should say. He needs love and to be given confidence. I think Arteta and Arsenal can offer him that. Well, no doubt Arteta and Arsenal can offer him confidence and could get him back to his former days in terms of, you know what I mean, playing good again. But nah, not for me. Not for me. Not for me. I don't want to see Pogba. Listen, there's lots of good creative midfielders right now. There's lots of good box-to-box, young box-to-box midfielders right now. There's lots of good players right now, midfielders. We don't need Pogba. Like, Pogba is the past. Like, we need to get over Pogba now in terms of why are we even being linked with him anymore? And these guys saying that they're Arsenal fans, Emmanuel Petit, Arsenal legend. Come on, man. You should have better ambition, man. As I said, that Pogba was at one point he was world class for me. But now I think he's washed up, man. Honestly, I think Pogba is washed up. As I said that, potentially Arteta could get the best of him, out of him, at his level, where he's at right now. But the best of Pogba could be someone's average. You know what I mean? Someone's average. When you take a look at Zubimendi, I think Zubimendi, like, average game could be potentially Pogba's best game right now. At his age, at the way he's playing right now. As I know that he needs to get full fitness because he hasn't played for a while. But even so, I still think he's washed, man. He's old. He's gonna be injury prone. There's too much complication. We don't need a player like Pogba right now, honestly. Yeah, now another thing that we see is that Martin Ødegaard is back in training. Martin Ødegaard is back in training, and that's something that we all, as Arsenal fans, are excited to see. As I said before, that Ødegaard is a type of player that when he doesn't play, the entire team miss him, right? And when he does play and makes some mistakes, it's like we forget the quality of player he is, honestly, because we'll be cussing him, we'll be rinsing his name, saying that you know what I mean, he needs to get sub, he needs to be this, he needs to be that. But Ødegaard is no doubt Ødegaard is world class, and he's gonna add, because we need creative players right now. We need creativity in midfield. We need creativity up front. We've been lacking creativity for the past few matches since Ødegaard has been out. There's only a few times I can count where Arsenal was creating fluently. Where Arsenal was created freely at will. I can count on one hand. And with Ødegaard now coming back, you're going to see a different Arsenal. Hopefully it's not too late, because as I said, that this could potentially be a bad thing in our season where Edu is leaving and we lost so much points in the opening of the season. So much of our defenders are injured, like some little small niggling injuries as well, some small things. It could be potentially a bad thing coming down to the nitty-gritty when we get into the Christmas period, or when we get into like the April or May. It could be detrimental missing Ødegaard for this long. It could be bad. However, Ødegaard coming back, he still could do a job. He still could improve the team, because I still think City are going to drop points. I still think Liverpool are going to drop points. So even if it's a thing like that, I'm still happy that Ødegaard is coming back. I'm gonna list. Well, I might show you the clip of what Gary Neville had to say about the Arsenal, how Arsenal chance are looking this season. But yeah, we get into that. But yes, so Martin Ødegaard another news is that Martin Ødegaard has not been named the Norway squad for the upcoming international break. So Ødegaard has not been named in the Norway squad, which is a good thing for us. It's a very good thing for us because we see that's where we got injured the last time. Ødegaard got injured on international break. And if I could take all our players from international break, I would. And I know that Mikel Arteta would have done the same thing because some of these matches, they're so irrelevant. They're so unnecessary, some of these matches. But I understand sometimes you have to build the team chemistry internationally. Sometimes you have to get the players gelling together. All these. I understand all that. I understand it. But it still doesn't negate the fact that sometimes, like, it's not beneficial even for country. Because look, he got injured on international duty. He came back for Arsenal, he couldn't play. Now it's time to go back for international duty again, and he can't go because he's injured. So it's like it's not beneficial for even the international, even for international clubs, right? So Ødegaard is back and he's not playing for Norway. That's a good news for me. Honestly, that's good news. If I could keep Saka out of England, if I could keep Declan Rice out of, if I could keep Roy out of Spain, all our players from playing international duty, I would, man. Because especially in this season, Arteta needs to win something. Because trust me, I would say not 90, but I would say 70% of the fan base will be coming for Arteta if we don't win anything this season. I really believe so because we've been waiting for a long time. And Arteta had time to improve. Sorry guys, someone just sent. Let me add. Someone just sent an invite. Hello. Yeah, someone sent an invite, but okay, match invite. Yeah, so as I'm saying that Ødegaard, for me, Ødegaard, if I could keep him and all of our Arsenal fans out, I would have, right? Hey, there's a war going on TikTok right now. You guys support the thing. There's a battle going on. There's a match going on TikTok. Support the thing. Some guy just added me. But yeah, if I could do that for Ødegaard, I would, man. Now, next news we're going to talk about Rio Ferdinand. Yeah, much support, much respect for you guys fighting for on my behalf. Yeah. I like it. Big up Rome's, big up Navino. Thank you very much, mate. Now, Rio Ferdinand is saying that cannot believe how much Arsenal are missing Martin Ødegaard. I didn't anticipate Ødegaard being this important. Now, I think most people was thinking this, or most people were saying this. Like, they didn't expect Ødegaard to be this important for the Arsenal, and he really is. I think he's a top player, and he's pivotal to what Arsenal do, and he's proved the most important player that they could have missed. Facts. And this reminds me of William Saliba. Remember that time, I think it was 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago, when we missed out on 4th place. And it's because William Saliba was injured. Those times, William Saliba was like the most important player that we could miss. The most important player that we could... do you know what I mean? And the reason is because at that time, our defense was rubbish. To use better, there's no better words to use to describe it. Our defense was rubbish. William Saliba was like the best defender we had. Gabriel was there, but Gabriel wasn't as good as he is right now. He was rash. It was like Martinez. You see how Martinez is for Man United right now? That's how Gabriel was for us at that time. But William Saliba was one of the best performers at that time. And him and Tierney got injured the same time. And Tierney was our best left back. He was our only left back at the time. And Tierney got injured, and Saliba got injured the same time. And that's when we missed out on 4th place. Now, this is reminiscence of how important Ødegaard is for us right now. Because I think we've got multiple players in defense. So if Saliba gets injured, someone else can just come in. If Gabriel gets injured, someone else can just come in. If Ben White gets injured, someone else come in. Timber, someone else. So we've got surplus of defenders right now. But we still are lacking when it comes down to the attacking, the creativity side of the game. So this is what Ferdinand is hinting to, or what Ferdinand is basically trying to say. Other players you can bring in. A centre-back can stop chances here and there. But one of the hardest things to do is to score goal before that. To score goals, and before that, you have to create the opportunities. He is the tempo maker in the team. He helps you to retain the ball better. Sorry, he helps you to retain the ball better than anyone else in the team. And then it's about that big of magic, or a bit, I think you should say, of magic at the end to create the chance. I keep seeing people, it's a number 9 that Arsenal did. I keep seeing people saying it's a number 9 that Arsenal need. You're not creating chances. You can have the best number 9, but you're not getting the ball to him. Facts. We're not getting the ball to the attacking players as much as we need to with our Ødegaard. And I'm gonna after this I might be posting a video now or early tomorrow showing what we've been missing with Ødegaard. The creativity, basically, it's just the highlights of Ødegaard. How much we've been missing this guy. His creative flair, his tricks. Do you know what I mean? How he caresses the ball, how he glides on the pitch with the ball. We've been missing that so much. And as I said, that we underestimate these things until it's time for us to need it, basically. When it's time for us to run before puberty. You mean Tomiyasu? I don't understand what you mean there. You mean Tomiyasu? In what? Yeah, I don't quite get what you mean there. Let me know, Rohan, before puberty. But yeah, I think the thing is now, Ødegaard coming back now, it's gonna give a different dimension to the team. It's gonna help to bring us to the next level. It's gonna bring us to the next level because, as I said, that in the team, Ødegaard is the best creator, and I see a stat the other day that Saka is the best creator, but you have to understand that Ødegaard ain't been playing. So Saka is the best creator right now in the absence of Ødegaard, right? But even so, Saka is still a good creator, but Ødegaard, he doesn't have to assist to be the good creator, because Ødegaard can create from deep, right? Ødegaard can go from deep, get the ball and bring it forward, right? So he's that link-up player, and I love the way he plays. He's everywhere on the pitch, but mostly on the right. And this is why I'm saying that Saka missed this guy. Saka missed this guy so much, because the 1-2 that these guys used to be playing, the 1-2 they used to be going back and forth, like, this is why we were performing so good. It was because of the right-hand side between Saka and between Ødegaard. These two kept going back and forth. So, and swapping with each other. Ron before puberty said, you said Tierney and Saliba got injured when it was Saliba and Tommy. Nah, well, it was the season before. I remember when Tommy got in. Oh, yes, I think Tommy, well, then again, Tommy's always injured. But nah, man, I remember we missed that 4th place to Tottenham because Tierney was injured and Saliba was injured. I remember that vividly. But perhaps Tommy also was injured as well, because if Tommy was there, you know what, I think Tommy was injured as well, because I think that's why we had to do a stopgap. If memory serves me right, that's why we had to do a stopgap, because Tomiyasu wasn't there and Tierney wasn't there, so we had to find someone. I don't even remember who we played there. I don't think it's Kolasinac, but we had a stopgap. There. Yeah. I know him. Yeah, it was Tierney, Saliba, and I believe Tomiyasu. We had a stopgap, and this is why we missed out on 4th place that time. Coming down the season after, then I think we missed Xhaka, right? Midfield. So that shows you that our midfield was light. Then last season now, it was a combination of things. Why we missed out last season. But I think we done well. I think we done really, really well, man. We done well last season. I can't really, do you know what I mean? It's hard. It's so hard to criticize how much we pushed and fight last season, to say that the guys didn't do well. They didn't do much. I think they done really well trying to, you know what I mean, trying to compete with City at that time last season. But yeah, they could always improve this season. But so far, it's not a good look. It's not a good look the way we start the season. It's not a good look in terms of the future progression, how we might finish in the Premier League. As I keep saying, the Champions League for me is a bit easier to win, because it's like sometimes it's a knockout, right? It's not like a long season. Even though the format has changed, it's still not like the Premier League where you're going to find teams that sit in and expecting you to break them down. The Champions League is for champions. It's for the biggest teams in the world that all of them they've got egos. They've got their own game plans that they're going to come and want to play their own gameplay. They're not going to wait on you to come and attack them and say, okay, I'm just going to break them down. Do you know what I mean? That would show their fans that they're not a big team. And the ego that these big clubs have that are in the Champions League, they're going to come and attack. And it's going to be a bit for free flowing. And then when you try to play free flowing against Arsenal, that gives us an opportunity to hit you on the break. Even if we play counter or we play possession football, however we play, it gives us a better chance to beat that team instead of a team in the Premier League that's just sitting back. Ødegaard is the pass before the assist. Yes, man, he's exactly that. He's the creator deep. And Saka is the assist king in our team right now. One Ødegaard, not facts. One Ødegaard against Sporting. With Edo leaving means something is happening behind the scenes. Yeah. We're gonna get to that, man. Give me a minute. We're gonna get to that round before puberty. With Edo going, that I think something is brewing. Something is brewing, and that's what I was saying yesterday. I was a bit down. I was a bit, feeling a bit weird yesterday, saying that, oh man, what's gonna happen now? But after thinking about it, after mulling over it, I'm starting to come to a conclusion that this could be a good thing. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. So now we're on to Edu. Now. The Independent understands Edu and had harbored ambitions to become the CEO of Arsenal. A position the Marquinhos group is willing to meet, as well as triple his current salary. Edu has been in talks with the Marquinhos Marinakis group and could now lead their recruitment. Now, this is what I was looking into. I was wondering, what's going on? Because we haven't heard anything really. We still haven't heard anything like substantial, like, any gossips, any juicy gossips. We heard Edu said that he's grateful, he's thankful and things like that. We've heard Josh came out and said that he's grateful and thankful for what Edu has done for the club so far. But we haven't heard any juicy news. We haven't heard any juicy gossips. So what's really going on? That's what I've been trying to figure out. That's what I've been trying to find out what's been really going on with Edu, right? And we see this is a statement that came out from Miguel Delaney that says that, Miguel Delaney, this guy brings around some very, very good insight most of the times, accurate insight as well. And he's saying that he's understood that Edu wanted the CEO position. Now, I was there thinking what Gunners 11 said. I think it's really to do with the Sterling signing, but this guy. This guy, leave it to you to always bring Sterling in. Leave it to you to bring Sterling in, man. Oh my days, this guy. Any opportunities to cut Sterling, isn't it? To cut Sterling. Right before people said, I honestly believe it's the lack of funds for transfers. That could be it. That could be it. But I don't think it's what Gunners 11 saying that is because of Sterling. I doubt that. I doubt it's because of Sterling. However, what I was looking into, and I'm saying that, okay, apparently he wants to be the CEO. Apparently, right? Allegedly, he wants to be the CEO. So what's the position he has right now? So I was looking into the position that Edu was right now, and Edu right now is the sporting director, right? And he wants the CEO. And I was thinking that, I thought that he had a good position. But then I understand that Richard Garlick is the one that has the good position. Right? Richard Garlick is the one in the because after Vinay left in the summer this year, Vinay was the previous CEO. And Vinay left. So perhaps Edu thought that he would naturally get the CEO position. Or perhaps he spoke to the club that he wants to, like a promotion. And perhaps he was turned down. I don't know what happened on that side, but he was still the sporting director. And I've been hearing similar things with Jack Wilshere as well. Let me go into the next one. Now look at this now. Managerial influence. The director of football often has a great influence over the manager. So, director of football has a great influence over the manager, acting as the direct line between the manager and the board, while the sporting director focuses. Sorry guys, TikTok just just confused me. While the sporting director focuses more on the recruitment and the squad balance that supports the manager's needs. So this is what Edu is basically doing. Edu is the one that is the sporting director. So he's the one that controls the transfers. He's the one that's in charge of all the transfers, dealings and things like that. That's Edu, right? But when it comes down now to managerial influence, the director of football, which is, I believe, Garlic is at right now. That's the position of Garlic now. He's the one that's the link between the board and the manager. So it's like, you know what I mean? There's like a hierarchy there. And I think that Edu wants to be the one that is in that position. That's what I think anyways. So I was going through their different roles, and this is the only thing I could think about so far, to be honest. That makes sense. Because when I see that there's a possibility, because I see on Sky Sports News that that's the thing I wanted to show as well. On Sky Sports News, there's like a thing going around. 1 second, guys. Let me try to find it for you guys. I don't know. This might get banned in terms of this might get blocked, right? This might get blocked because it might have copyrights. But 1 second, guys. I want you to hear from the Sky Sports News, hear what they have to say. Let me know if you can't hear it as well.
We understand that yes, it is a blow for Arsenal. We understand that they're disappointed at the news. But I'm told that talk of any kind of internal power struggle is totally untrue. This is entirely Edu's decision to move. And as he said, that new challenge, if you think about what Edu has done in the past few years, he's been involved in a technical director role, a sporting director role, not only at Arsenal, but at Brazil and at Corinthians as well. And he just felt it was time for a new challenge. And it should be noted here that the role that he'll be taking up, the precise role hasn't been confirmed yet, but it won't be the same one that he's doing at Arsenal, because not many clubs have that role that Evangelos Marinakis will want Edu to do. Yes, it is a blow for Arsenal. We understand that they're disappointed.
Okay, so you guys heard that. Let me know if you guys heard that. So it's on Sky Sports News that there's a fighting, right? There's a power struggle. That's what it's basically saying, that there's literally like a little power struggle in the club, and basically Edu wants more authority or wants more say. Obviously they would say it's no power struggle. Exactly, that's my point. Exactly. We have to be the ones that's reading through the line, because they're not going to admit things like that. So we're the one that have to be reading through the lines, trying to make sense of nonsense. And this is why I came up with this idea to say that there's a possibility of a power struggle, because then we see the article from this guy now. We see what this guy says, Miguel Delaney, that Edu was harboring ambition to be the CEO, CEO, and if he's the CEO, or if he wants to be the CEO and someone else is in a higher position than him, and he feels like he's at that level or he's better than that person, or he wants, even if he don't feel like he's better than that person, but he wants that title, or he wants that job, then it's going to cause problems. It's going to cause problems, and it might not be a major problems because there's no literally dramas there, but it's like a thing where I think I'll just leave and go somewhere else that I can get this position. But no hard feelings, anyone, no hard feelings, Richard Garlick, no hard feelings, Stan and Josh and Arteta. I respect you guys, but I'm just moving on because I think that I need to progress in my career. So it could be something like that, which is still in its sense, do you know what I mean? Edu left because he wants something better or a bigger position. Now, this is this is the key figures that's left in the past month. Big key figures, and for different levels. So we see Jack Wilshere from the under-18s left and joined Norwich first team. Once again, congrats for Jack. Big congrats for Jack. However, bad news for us. Bad news for us, because Jack Wilshere was growing in stature, Jack Wilshere was growing in reputation, and he was becoming one of them guys that you could, do you know what I mean? Like, you could be confident that he's going to be a good manager in the future. Now, at some point, I knew that he's going to leave. At some point, because if he's a good manager, obviously he's going to want to try to be a first-team coach at some point in his career. But when I heard the story of Dalman was upset because Dalman was saying that he wanted Arteta to stay, and he thinks that not Arteta, Jack Wilshere to stay, and he feels like the club could have done more to keep him. Then that makes me think, did Jack Wilshere also want a promotion? Did he? You know what I mean? So there's so much thing that's going on right now, in terms of behind scenes that we don't know about, and we can only speculate. So we see Jack Wilshere left, Edu left, and also, but this guy got sacked anyways. This guy got sacked, the Arsenal women coach. But he wasn't a bad coach. So once again, that's a very, very mysterious situations going on there. Do you know what I mean? We don't know what happened, what truly happened, why he's left or why he got sacked. Do you know what I mean? But he was a good coach. He was doing a good job. So let's see what happens with the women team. I'm going to give them a season to see how good they perform. Not till the end of this season, but I want to give them a full season next season to see how well they perform under a better leadership, to see that is it potentially because he was not good enough that they want the Arsenal team to be better equipped to challenge for major success, or was there another problem? But we see there's a few problems starting to unearth, right, in the Arsenal backroom staff, and it's not a good look. I'm being honest, it's not a good look. So now that leads me to this point where Arsenal and Sober Reality are set to release a new documentary series on the football club very soon. Who's excited? I'm excited. I'm very excited. I remember that Amazon documentary, man. I loved it. I love that documentary. I watched it a few times, to be honest, because I love to see the intricate parts of the club. I love to see, do you know what I mean, behind the scenes. I love to see things like that. And it makes me like feel more part of the club. I've never felt so in tune with the club as I am now in this era. Whereas I saw the documentary for the academy as well. So there's so much different documentary that's coming out for us to see the players as human beings, for us to interact with the players on a deeper level, on an intellectual level, on a funny level, right? On a comical level where we see them having fun, we see them messing about, we see them joking, then always see them as robots. Because sometimes as fans we get the tendency to think that players are robots. We want them to score like every chance they have, and we criticize them when they miss chances, right? And when they do bad stuff, we always have this expectation of them that they're some sort of robots, and that's not really honest. That's not really fair to have players hold them at this expectation. So I'm happy at the fact that this documentary is gonna come out, and I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait to watch this documentary, a new Arsenal documentary series, man. I can't wait to watch that one. That one's gonna be nice. On to the next news we've got. Now this is the one. Mikel Arteta will have major say on how Arsenal replace Edu. All major decisions at the club are taken by the football leadership team of Arteta. Managing Director Richard Garlick. There we go. Told you. Richard Garlick and Executive Tim Lewis. And Richard Garlick is the one that hired Tim Lewis. So Tim Lewis' position right now, I forgot the exact name of the position title he has right now, but Tim Lewis' position that he has right now, it was Richard Garlick that was in that position. And when Vanai left, then Richard Garlick got promotion and then hired Tim Lewis in his previous position. So some people are saying that it's like a dynasty thing going on. It's like a dictatorship thing going on. But I don't know the ins and outs of Tim Lewis, right? But I know that Garlick he did get a promotion, and that could be potentially what's going on. That once again, we can only speculate, because no one's giving out the gossips, no one's giving out the secrets behind the club, so we can only speculate based off news. And most of the time the speculation, like 80 to 90% of the time, the speculations are true, right? Because you never see smoke without a fire. That's what they always say. You never see smoke without a fire. There has to be some sort of fire when you start to see a smoke. And we're starting to see a lot of smoke. We see Jack Wilshere leaving. We see the Arsenal women manager getting sacked. We see Edo leaving. We see lots of different smoke happening around the place. Vinay left. So there has to be something going on behind the scenes that we can't see or we don't know. And this is it, that we have to put two and two together. Now, I have to let you know that these are all speculations. These are not facts. It's just a speculation, my opinion based off what I've been seeing and what I've been hearing. But as Arsenal fans, we have to speculate, because if we don't speculate, no one's going to put the information on our lap. It's like we are the one that have to seek out the information. We are the one that have to seek out the truth of the matter. And then if we start to push and then push out certain news in the media, then they're going to have to come and adjust it, because it's either it's going to be a bad thing, whereas people are going to come and say that, listen, that's fake news, or they're going to come out and say, well, not deny it. It's either they deny it or don't deny it. But either or ever, that when you start to push certain things and start to talk about certain things, they have no choice but to talk about it. And that's how I feel about it. So, Mikel Arteta is going to have a bigger role at the club now in terms of this managerial decisions, in terms of the decision of the club, the direction of how the club should goes. This reminds me of what Arsene Wenger had. It's just that Arsene Wenger didn't have a Richard Garlick with him. He didn't have, and then again, he did have. They used to be sick. Arsenal women team has fallen off. They used to be sick. Yeah, that's true. So potentially it could be because they're not performing good enough. But when you see like 3 different high-profile backroom staff left from different sectors of the club, and a different age group of the club, or a different side of the club for women and men, then you have to wonder: is this? You know what I mean? What's going on? It's not just 1. It's not just 2. It's 3, and potentially there could be more. Who knows? So, yes, with Arsene Wenger, now Arsene Wenger was the one that was basically dominating, controlling everything at the Arsenal club. But now, since the evolution of football, and we're starting to see that there's managing directors, there's directors for this, there's directors for that, sporting, technical, and we see executive. There's so much different directors. There's so much different this. I remember I just saw a clip the other day, or was it this morning, of Wenger saying that he doesn't understand what a manager, a sporting or managing director does. What they're gonna manage people where to go to sit down in their seats. As a disrespect. If you know Wenger, you know that Wenger's never liked like these modern titles or these modern roles. Wenger has never liked them. Wenger is the old school manager that likes to be in control of everything. Right? Wenger is that kind of guy. He doesn't like to. I think he does know how to give issue out workloads to different people, but I think he always wants to be in charge. He always wants to be that guy that makes the final decision. And I think Arteta is slowly getting more control of the club, or being in control of the club. Because if there's one player, a person above him, first it was Edu. Edu was above him in terms of transfer. But I'm going to see who they're going to appoint. Because if he has a say in who they appoint next, then that tells me that might have that person might have to go to, or do what he says, or do you know what I mean? So let's see what happens with that. Because if he's the one that's gonna bring in someone, then that person might have to listen to everything he's saying. Before PBT said, "It's falling apart, brother. Got to read between the lines, man. Facts. We have to read between the lines and prepare ourselves. That's the key thing. Prepare ourselves. Because yesterday I was saying that I was like Armageddon. I was Scorch Earth, saying that, man, I think that something bad may happen, man. Something bad may happen, man, in terms of what's going to happen next. Who's going to leave next? Like, what's this decision going to lead to? And I was trying to prepare myself for the worst. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing, whereas we're going to have to continue to prepare ourselves for the worst. And this is no different. I'm going to go to the next one. So, next news. Jamie Carragher doubles down on his commitment, comparing Arsenal under Mikel Arteta to Jose Mourinho style. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, you disrespectful guy. I was angry at Jamie Carragher, because I don't like Jamie Carragher. I don't like Gary Neville. Their opinion sometimes annoys me. I was like, what are you on about? What are you really talking about? What are you talking about, Jamie Carragher? Are you being serious right now? Are you comparing Arteta's playing style with Jose Mourinho parking the bus? Are you mad? But then, bear in mind, Jose Mourinho's playing style has not always been parking the bus, right? It's not always been. But as of the older he gets, I believe, the more pragmatic he gets, and you know what I mean? So, he goes on to say that when I talk about where this team is moving to, I don't just pluck a statement out of trying to create headlines, and it's not a criticism. So when he said that, that's why I'm starting to look into and say, okay, I'm gonna hear you out now. I'm gonna listen to what you have to say, because if it's not a criticism, it starts off like a criticism, and as I said before when I started this live, that depending on how you start a statement, then it can lead people astray, and this was one of them, right? So it says it's an analysis that this team is going from intricate players to strong and powerful players. Now, that's where I agree with him. I agree with Jamie Carragher with that we're moving from a stage of intricate, small, tiny players that usually get bullied off the ball, that usually get budged off the ball, and we're going into players that got power, that's got stamina, that's got pace, that's got like aggressive players. We've got a few small players in the team, and we need those intricate players. Because you can't just have big players with no technical ability. We need the small, intricate players to be technical, and then the bigger players to manage the game. And I agree with Jamie Carragher with that, which is, yes, it's more of Mourinho style than Pep style, but it's still not a reasonable comparison to make, in all honesty. Like, if that's the only thing why you compare Jose Mourinho with Arteta, I don't think that's fair. It goes on to say Pep and Jose are the two of the most dominant and successful manager of the last 15 to 20 years. But they are they're at both ends of the spectrum in terms of the style of football. You look at the players they brought in, and it's moving towards Jose Mourinho. So, yes, that could be the reason why it's comparing them, because these two managers are two of the greatest managers, and they're the two most different in playing style. Now, what is he trying to say? Is he trying to say that Arsenal's Arteta's team is completely different from Man City? Because when you take a look at City team, they've got some big players in there as well. They've got some big aggressive players as well. And I think that Jamie Carragher overlooks that. Yes, they've got the little Fernandinho. Let's talk about Fernandinho. They've got Luis Bernardo Silva. They've got Kovacic. He's aggressive, very aggressive, but he's not big and strong. They've got some little small. They've got Grealish, which is a winger that should be small. They've got Doku, should be small. They've got Holland, a big, thick guy like Holland. They've got Rodri. They've got Akanji. Look at their defense. Monsters. So even Pep is moving away from the small, intricate. So this isn't a fair statement, I would say, to compare Arteta with Mourinho. It's more like comparing Arteta with Pep, because Pep is becoming that manager as well that deals with the intricate and the powerhouse and the aggressive players. So yeah, I don't think that's a true statement from Jamie Carragher, man. He shouldn't have said that, man. But I understand what he's trying to say. But yeah, I don't believe he should have said that, man. But yeah, guys, that's what all I was looking into. I wanted to do a quick preview for the match, right? I wanted to do a quick preview for the match. But let me know what you guys are saying for the match against Inter. What are you guys saying for the match against Inter? Because I don't want to make the live too long. I don't want to make it too long. I'm going to wrap up now, but I want to know your prediction. So let me know. Round for Puberty, what's your score prediction for the match against Inter? And Gunners 11, what's your prediction? Let me know your prediction. And anyone else watching, what are your prediction? Anyone on the live, let me know your prediction. Anyone on TikTok, let me know your prediction for the match against Inter tomorrow. Let me know. Fire up. My prediction is, if Ødegaard plays, it's gonna be a nice one. It's gonna be a good match if Ødegaard plays. If Ødegaard plays, I'm gonna say 2-1 Arsenal. That's my prediction. If Ødegaard starts, I'm gonna say 2-1 Arsenal. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. Because Ødegaard is going to bring a different dimension to the team. Even if Trossard play, Trossard will still do a good job. But I don't think Trossard will give that final ball like how we're going to need him to, like how we're going to need Ødegaard tomorrow, man. I think we're going to need Ødegaard more than how we're going to need how we've been using Trossard of late. Draw 2-2. Oh, okay. 2-2 draw. Ron for Puberty said that he believes there's going to be a 2-2 draw. Okay, not bad. Yeah, to be fair, I was thinking the same thing, but I'm thinking just if Ødegaard plays, we might edge it. Either 3-2 or 2-1. I think we might edge if Ødegaard play. And I really can't. Yeah, they've got good attacking as well. And Shanice is saying 3-2 Arsenal. 3-2 what? Oh, 3-2 Arsenal. Oh, I thought she was saying that Arsenal's gonna lose. I don't want to see no negative. But never mind, just do what you feel. Do what you feel anyways. Comment what you like. Predict what you like. But yeah, I don't want to see no negative comments. I don't want to see no negative scoreline. But 3-2 to Arsenal, yeah, I see that. I was thinking the same thing. 3-2 or 2-1. Kimani Ivan, big up yourself, bro. Big up yourself, man. Let me know. Kimani, are you Arsenal fan? Let me know if you're Arsenal fan. Let me, even if you're not Arsenal fan, what you score? What's your prediction for tomorrow's match? As a matter of fact, what's your score? What's tonight's match? I think who's playing tonight? I think what, City or Liverpool? I think Liverpool's playing tonight, aren't they? Yeah, I'm gonna be watching Liverpool now. So what's your prediction of Liverpool match as well? Inter ain't no exactly. You know what? Hey, Rio for Puberty. Sometimes I forget because I'm all in the Premier League sometimes. And even when we play against PSG, I'm like, I have this mindset that we're gonna smash PSG. I'm like, who do you think you are having these predictions that you're gonna smash PSG? Who do you think you are? Sometimes I forget. Honestly, I forget the quality of some of these Champions League teams and how good they are. Sometimes, honestly, sometimes I forget. So Inter ain't no pushover. They're not. But somehow I think that we still are gonna dominate them. I think we're still gonna dominate them. But in terms of the goal, no, well, not dominate. That's a bad word to use. I think we're gonna give them a good match. We're gonna give them a good match, and I think we're gonna win. However, I can see them giving us a very, very hard battle. They're gonna give us a hard battle. Yeah. We're gonna see. But I'm gonna log out now. By right, I should be doing a live stream for that match. I should be doing a live stream for that match, for the Liverpool match, By right, I should be doing it, but yeah, I'm gonna go gym soon. I'm going gym soon, so I might talk to you guys. I might do another live in the gym tonight. Let's see what happens. I might do another live in the gym tonight. I done a live last night in the gym. Talk a bit about what Edu and what was going on. I might do another one tonight. Let's see. But I want to watch that match tonight and see how it goes. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, man. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all your love. I appreciate all your support. Big up you guys that came on the live. Gunners 11, Rowan for Puberty, Shanice, Kimani, Ivan. Big up all you guys, man. Always showing your support, man. I respect that. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure anyone that's not like the stream already, make sure you like the stream, share the stream, share the channel, and if you're not already subscribed. What are you doing? Subscribe, right? So thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one. I might do a stream tonight, as I said. So look out for a potential stream tonight. I don't know. And that's. Are you from the? Yeah, I'm from the UK. So that stream could be potentially in 3 to 4 hours or 3 to 5 hours. Between 3 to 5 hours, that stream. So look out for that stream. I don't know what time zone you're in, Ron, for puberty. Before puberty, I don't know what time zone you're in. But yeah, I'm in the UK. And that's UK time. So we're gonna do some workout in the gym. We're gonna talk. We're gonna have a conversation. We're just gonna talk all things football and all things health in the gym. Yeah. So yeah, let's leave me a comment, Rowan, before puberty, and I'll get back to you if you're saying anything else. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.